We're trying to get some damage on King Arthur, maybe get a stack on our 1. That's Defender ultimate. We're just going to try to get any damage that we can. Cthulhu's not here. We're going to activate our 2. That's his dash. We're going to jump up, use our 1, go ahead and use our ultimate. Clear off our 2. We're able to get the pick onto the Xbalanque. We're going to step out of the Phoenix shots, deactivate our ultimate, dash back through the Phoenix. We're going to pop a few potions. Cthulhu's still applying some pressure to us. His dash gets cancelled. We're going to activate our 2. We're going to dash up, use our 1, and we're able to clean up the Cthulhu. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we're going to be playing the Dread President Cthulhu in solo. If you are new to the channel, I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intentions of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, I think this is probably the top request that I've been meaning to get to for a minute, Cthulhu solo. Cthulhu has a really strong late game whenever you're in team fights, however he has a pretty weak early game whenever he's laning. So the hardest part about Cthulhu solo is trying to balance his early game just to survive to get to the late game. So let's go ahead and jump into Cthulhu's kit. Starting with Cthulhu's passive, Prey on Fear. Cthulhu breaks down the mental fortitude of enemy gods, applying stacks of torment with abilities in the final hit of his basic attack chain. On reaching 4 stacks of torment, enemies are affected by insanity. Additionally, Cthulhu gains magic power per nearby enemy god with insanity. The torment duration is going to last for 5 seconds, the insanity duration is going to last for 20 seconds, and the magical power per enemy with insanity is going to be 25. Cthulhu's 1, Sanity Break. Cthulhu sends out a terrifying blast of energy, dealing damage to all enemies hit and reducing their attack speed. Enemies hit by this ability also do reduce damage to Cthulhu for the next 6 seconds. This applies 1 stack of torment, 2 if the enemy is facing Cthulhu, or it fears them instead if they are affected by insanity. Successfully consuming insanity permanently increases the base mitigation of this ability. The attack speed slow is going to be 10% at level 1, 30% at level 5 for 3 seconds. The fear duration is 1.5 seconds, and the damage mitigation is 20% plus 0.5% per stack, maximum of 30%. Cthulhu's 2, the Mire. Cthulhu summons a portal creating a slow field at the target location. While Cthulhu channels, the Mire continues to grow as the portal fires out 2 masses of corruption that hit and damage all enemies in the field. The first shot also slows enemies while the second roots them. Both hits apply 1 stack of torment. Canceling this ability early stops the Mire from growing or the portal from firing additional shots. The slow percent is going to be 10%. The corruption slow is going to be 35%. The corruption slow and root duration is 1 second, and the Mire duration is 3 seconds after the ability is cancelled or ended. Cthulhu's 3, Rushing Terror. Cthulhu creates 2 twisted projectiles at his side as he unfurls his wings and charges forward, damaging and stunning, knocking away enemies. The projectiles follow at a slightly slower pace but travel further, damaging enemies as well. Enemies hit by Cthulhu or the projectiles gain 1 stack of torment. And finally, Cthulhu's ultimate, Descent into Madness. Cthulhu reveals his true form. In this form, Cthulhu gains increased health, becomes immune to crowd control, and gains access to new abilities. Enemies near Cthulhu gain stacks of torment, increasing in their pace if they're facing him. Enemies also suffer the debuff effects of Sanity Break, causing them to deal less damage to Cthulhu. He's going to gain 30% maximum health. The duration is going to be 10 seconds at level 1, 14 seconds at level 5, and the debuff radius is 50. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point to our 1, level 2, put a point to our 2, level 3, put a point to our 3, level 4, another point to our 1. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 1, max out our 2, max out our 3. We started with Warrior's Axe, a health chalice, and 5 multi-potions. Warrior's Axe is going to provide us with 15 physical protections, 10 magical protections, and 75 health. It has the passive that damaging an enemy god is going to steal 30 health away from your target and restore 25 mana. This effect can only occur once every 8 seconds. We were able to get a pick with the help of our jungler, so we should hit level 5 before King Arthur. If King Arthur is not under tower, we should ult him as soon as we can. We're going to dash through him, get some damage onto him. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. He's about half health. We're going to use our 2, get the knockup. 1. Another 1. We're going to throw off our 2. And we're able to get a pick onto the King Arthur. So now we have a pretty solid lead in solo. We were able to get the pick onto King Arthur twice. For our relic, we went with Blink. Being able to blink to the backline in a team fight and then use our ultimate is going to be very helpful later on in the game. Cthulhu does have an attack chain. It is a single hit, then a AoE hit and a cone. That's going to apply Torment. If the enemy is insane or inflicted by insanity, the enemy is going to be feared. We're going to go ahead and make our way back to lane. I think this skin is pretty cool. I mean, it looks just like Cthulhu, but he's wearing presidential stuff. This King Arthur should be bullying us, but we do have a level on him. Playing in the early game and laning is the hardest part of playing Cthulhu. Once we get to the team fight, things are going to be easy peasy. We're getting some damage onto King Arthur, while also hitting the minions. Looks like we did enough damage to send him back. We're gonna let Fenrir know that like it's okay to just drop our blue without us. We've played with this jungler quite a few times, and he'll wait there. Make sure that we get the XP. We're just trying to let him know that he doesn't need to do that. They do have a Cthulhu on the enemy team, however, it is Cthulhu support, not Cthulhu solo. I'm really glad I don't have to deal with that matchup. So right now our 2-1 is enough to clear the minion wave. We picked up the lifesteal boost, so that's going to give us a decent amount of power. Lifesteal is also going to be helpful, but the power is what we're really after. It's going to allow us to clear wave more effectively. We're going to see if we can get some stacks on our 1 going. We're going to dash up. He's too close to tower for us to really use our ultimate and be effective. Pretty sure that was a Sunder. He used his ultimate. We're going to use our 1. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. Throw off our 3. Basic. And our jungler is able to clean up the King Arthur. We didn't even know our jungler was coming. We probably would have gotten the pick without him, but having the jungler there to secure it is always helpful. I feel like we lose more health than we gain attacking this Lesser Scorpion, but we're really doing it for the XP. Since King Arthur's not here, we're going to go ahead, just take our time, clear the wave. We're about 400 gold short of being able to pick up Stone of Gaia.
Attack middle lane.
We're going to go ahead and make our way to our blue buff, pick that up. The blue buff is going to provide us with additional MP5, which is the rate at which we recover mana every 5 seconds. It's also going to provide us with 10% cooldown reduction, which is going to be very helpful. The more often we can use our ultimate, the more effective we're going to be. With Cthulhu's dash, I like to hit the minions in between Cthulhu and his projectile. That's going to apply 2 stacks or hit the enemies twice. We're going to go ahead and pick up Stone of Gaia. Stone of Gaia is going to provide us with 400 health, 20 HP5, and 15 MP5. It has two passives. The first passive, if you are hit by a knock-up, knock-back, pull, or grab, you're going to gain 15% of your maximum health over the next 5 seconds. This effect does not trigger on vortexes and can only occur once every 45 seconds. The second passive, you're going to regenerate 0.5% of your maximum health every second. So if we get hit by a King Arthur Orange 2, or a Cthulhu Dash, or a King Arthur Ultimate, we're going to get our first passive active and gain 15% of our maximum health over 5 seconds. We see a bit of a fight going on in mid. We have a few people pretty close to our tower line, so we're going to go ahead and rotate over. We do have our ultimate.
We're
going to throw off our 2. We're able to get the pick onto the Cthulhu, get the root on the outwash. We're going to dash up, get all of our abilities off before using our ultimate, and we're able to clean up the outwash as well. We'll get an assist for the outwash. Even if the enemy team did not have any knockups, having the second passive on Stone of Gaia of regenerating 0.5% of your maximum health every second is going to be very helpful. We only missed 2 melee minions from rotating mid, so that was a pretty good rotation. We got a kill, we got an assist, and we didn't lose too much for rotating.
On my way.
We're gonna go ahead, rotate, pick up our blue buff. We are gonna be burning mana, so we do want blue buff. Takes us a little bit to clear blue.
Ultimate is down. Your left tower is under attack.
Trying to let our jungler know, like, hey, if you stick around, we don't have our ultimate for this fight. Looks like he says, I don't care.
Enemy missing middle.
He's able to get the pick onto King Arthur. I think that's 4 deaths for King Arthur, so he's going to be pretty far behind in farm. We already have 3 levels on him.
Enemy ultimate down. Your middle tower is under attack.
We're going to go ahead proxy this next wave. This will open us to either invade enemy jungle camps or to rotate mid without missing any wave. Looks like King Arthur has on-style online, so if we hit him with a magical ability, we're going to be silenced.
Let the rage flow through you.
We almost have enough money for our next item. King Arthur's in mid. We're going to go ahead and rotate over.
Enemy missing middle.
We're going to see if we can get him to fight us on the Harpies. He does not because he doesn't want to miss that wave. Our blue buff is up, so we're going to go ahead back. Aim to get that. And we do have enough money for our next item.
I'm going for jungle buff.
Wait.
The limitations of democracy
Enemy ultimate incoming.
Our mid and jungle are going for the Greatest Scorpion at Fire Giant. That's going to enhance our blue buff. So instead of getting the 10% cooldown reduction, it's going to provide 20% cooldown reduction.
Your left tower is under attack.
on my way.
Bit of a team fight happening in left. We're going to try to rotate to it.
Perhaps your ally was under a spell. Double kill.
Get some damage onto the Cthulhu. We're going to go ahead and aim for the outwash. Good dodge by him. That's an enemy Cthulhu ultimate. In Cthulhu's ultimate, his 1 is going to be a slash that reduces enemy protections, his 2 is going to be a circle that knocks up, and his 3, he's going to sacrifice a little bit of health to give himself and his allies increased movement speed. We got some damage off, but not enough to get a pick. We're gonna go ahead and take the King Arthur's blue. Right now we have 3 stacks on our 1, so we could be a little bit more effective in our early game with our 1 stacks. We're going to go ahead back and pick up Breastplate of Valor. Breastplate of Valor is going to provide us with 65 physical protections, 300 mana, 10 MP5, and 20% cooldown reduction. This item stats are so strong that it does not have a passive. The Cthulhu is just gonna jump around us. We're gonna see if we can get a stack on our 1. We're able to fear him, so we know we just got a stack. We're gonna go ahead, pick up our blue buff. The next item we're gonna be working on is Ethereal Staff. We are level 16, highest level in the lobby. That's the silence. We're gonna go ahead and get a little bit of damage. We don't really have kill potential, so I think blinking is not going to be worth it. Instead, we're just going to push King Arthur out, make a play for the minion wave. Bit of a team fight going on in mid. They are pretty far pushed up. We have our ult. The enemies were pushed up. It's a good time to rotate. That's a enemy Cthulhu ultimate. We're going to go ahead and back that up. We don't really want to try to fight him while he's under tower in his ultimate form. We see Outwash. We're going to blink behind him, dump our kit. 1, 3, drop our 2. Go ahead and use our ultimate. Get the knock up. That's 2 down, that's 3 down. We did exactly what we needed to in that team fight. Dive the back line, cause them to run away, and just be a giant distraction that deals damage to the enemy team. Our team was able to come in and clean everything up. We're going to go ahead and rotate to the Gold Fury.
Divinity is within our grasp.
Right now we're up about 6,000 gold. King Arthur's here. We're going to try to get a little bit of damage on him.
Victory looms ever closer. Enemy ultimate incoming.
Cthulhu and Thanatos along with Alpwash are here. We're going to try to get some pressure onto this Thanatos. Dash up. Use our 1. We're able to get the pick onto him.
Ultimate is ready.
Cthulhu's still hanging about. There's not too much we can do to him, but we might be able to provide a little bit of peel for this Fenrir.
Be right back. Gotta be tougher on them.
I'll attack right leg.
We're going to go ahead and pick up Ethereal Staff. Ethereal Staffs can provide us with 90 magical power, 200 health, and 20% crowd control reduction. It has a passive that whenever you damage an enemy god with an ability, you're going to steal 8% maximum mana, as well as 6% maximum health from the target. These stats are going to remain stolen for 45 seconds, and targets affected can have multiple buffs and debuffs at once. This can only occur once every 15 seconds. So the 20% crowd control, the way that's going to work is if we get stunned by, let's say, a Thanatos ultimate and it's supposed to last for 1 second, we are instead going to only be stunned for 0.8 seconds because of the 20% crowd control reduction. So it's a pretty helpful stat on solo laners and supports. We're trying to get some damage on King Arthur, maybe get a stack on our 1. It's a Fenrir ultimate. We're just going to try to get any damage that we can. Cthulhu's now here. We're going to activate our 2. That's his dash. We're going to jump up. Use our 1. Go ahead and use our ultimate. Clear off our 2. We're able to get the pick onto the Xbalanque. We're going to step out of the Phoenix shots. Deactivate our ultimate. Dash back through the Phoenix. We're going to pop a few potions. Cthulhu's still applying some pressure to us. His dash gets cancelled. We're going to activate our 2. We're going to dash up. Use our 1. And we're able to clean up the Cthulhu. Not quite a double kill, but pretty darn close.
Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower.
We're waiting for Hoi, but we should be able to take the fire giant right here.
Accept the charitable donation of your life.
Victory looms ever closer.
We are able to secure the fire giant. The fire giant is going to allow our team to deal more damage to structures. This means like towers, phoenixes, and the titan. It's also going to provide us with a large amount of MP5 and HP5. While we have the enhanced blue buff, we're going to be at maximum cooldown reduction. We have 20% from Breastplate of Valor, and we have 20% from the blue buff. We're going to go ahead and pick up Voidstone.
Ultimate is ready.
Your middle tower is under attack. Right.
Voidstone is going to provide us with 150 health, 40 magical power, and 60 magical protections. It has a passive that enemy gods within 55 units have their magical protections reduced by 10%.
Nothing is getting done around here. Nothing.
Enemy missing. Doggone it.
We do have our ultimate. We're going to wait for our team to kind of group up before trying to do anything. We see Fenrir in the back. We want to be within a dash distance of him. We're going to blink up, use our dash, use our 1, use our 2. Now we're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. Just keep pushing their damage back. That's our job in Cthulhu Ultimate. We're able to get the pick on the Upwash. Taking a decent amount of damage. We're going to fall back. Use our shell, which is our second relic. Dash away.
An enemy has been slain.
That's 4 down on the enemy team.
Victory looms
That's 5 down.
ever
That's a
closer.
deicide. We should be able to close this game out.
Let the crows speak.
That's a Phoenix down. Closest timer is 6 seconds on Thanatos. Second closest is about 15 seconds on Alquash, so we should be able to end it right here. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.